Jaron Boots Ennis is a talented, skillful, brilliant, fabulous, however you want to say it. He's a great boxer, great fighter. Seems like a lot of people at 147 is avoiding Jaron Boots Ennis, the boogeyman. Now, there was supposed to be a fight between Brian Norman Jr. and Jaron Boots Ennis, but they couldn't come to a good enough deal to make the fight happen. Eddie Hearn sent out an offer 3 times. The offer got up to like 1.7 or 1.5. Brian Norman Jr. and his team wanted 2.2 million, and they said 1.7 was not enough, because by the time you pay the promoter and all that, they're gonna want their cut. So that's gonna leave him with like 800,000 or less, off top. So with that being said, the reason they don't want to take that is because they want Brian Norman Jr. to walk away from that fight, win or lose, as a millionaire still. See, what they're doing is, now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know this. They sparred like Brian Norman Jr. said that Boots got the better of him, not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Obviously y'all sparred, a couple of times. What was that to you? Like, I heard this is what I heard. I don't know. Again, I wasn't there. What I heard was the first time y'all ever sparred, he got the best of you.
Yeah.
I heard after that it was a little bit closer. What do you remember, I guess, from those sparring sessions?
I can't say he did get the best of me in the very first sparring session. I'll give him a second and third sparring session as well.
So, with that being said, you already know who got the advantage, okay? Jaron Boots Ennis is nothing to play with. Brian Norman Jr. is nothing to take lightly neither. But Jaron Boots Ennis is on another level, man. The way I see it, deep down, Brian Norman Jr. and his pops knows that 9 times out of 10, they're not going to win that fight against Boots. So if he goes against Boots and lose and still come out as a millionaire, then that's better for them. Instead of his career ending from that loss to Jaron Boots Ennis, he haven't even made $1 million. That's why they didn't take that 1.7. Now, Eddie Hearns, I think Jaron Boots Ennis made a bad choice by signing to Eddie Hearn, because I don't believe Eddie Hearn wants Boots to become undisputed at 147. Now, since this fight with Brian Norman Jr. isn't going to take place, Boots has to fight his mandatory, Karen, which he already beat easily, and was one of Boots' worst performances. But he still beat him, and he beat him easily. Like, it wasn't a good fight. Eddie Hearns says, without this fight with Brian Norman Jr., they will now either fight Karen or vacate the belt from 147 and move up to 154.
If you want the fight, you would have taken the fight. And now, we're in a situation where the IBF, which is absolutely ridiculous, has ordered Trudezian to fight. The rematch. Listen, the kid's a good fighter. Boots has already beaten him. The IBF have got to stop with this. They're ruining boxing by ordering fights that people really don't want to see, especially when he's already beaten him. So we may vacate the belt and we may do something different, because Boots has got to prove to the world how great he is. We may fight Trudezian and and we might just get it out of the way. But Brian Norman has missed the boat, and now he's got to go and fight someone for peanuts that no one's ever heard of.
Israil Madrimov just lost to Terrence Bud Crawford. Boots has been trying to get this fight with Terrence Bud Crawford at 147, but Terrence Crawford doesn't want to take the fight. He said Boots doesn't bring anything to the table. As of right now, Bud is only looking for one fight, and that is Canelo Alvarez at 168. Many people don't want to see that fight. Some people do want to see that fight with Bud and Canelo. Canelo has recently stated that he insists that he haven't wrote Bud off from the fight. So that fight still may happen at 168. Now back to Boots. Eddie Hearn said that they will either vacate the belt, fight Karen, or move up to 154. Now, when he moved up to 154, Boots' dad, trainer, whatever, said that Jaron Ennis would knock out Israil Madrimov.
You know, moving up to 54, any thoughts of wanting to challenge Madrimov?
Who?
Boots.
Oh, yeah, once we get up there, yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
What do you think about you and Madrimov and Boots? How does that look?
Well, I see Boots stopping Madrimov, man.
That's a statement.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Boots is stopping Madrimov.
That's definitely a statement.
I know that for a fact. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, he will stop him. And also, all that stuff he was doing the way he's doing, coming in and doing all that, we got something for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we got something for that. You know what I mean? You can see one thing about it, Boots gonna fight you. You know what I mean? So all that, you know what I mean, power punching, all that, we gonna step to you when it's time to step to you.
Now, if Jaron Ennis goes up to 154 and finishes Israil Madrimov, then will we be able to finally get a Crawford and Boots fight? Because Crawford didn't finish Israil Madrimov. It went the distance. And some people claim that Israil Madrimov won. They just favored Bud Crawford. Now, with that being said, if Jaron Boots Ennis moves up to 154 and faces Israil Madrimov and finishes him, not only defeat him, but finish him, which will make him outdo Terrence Crawford when it comes to Israil Madrimov. Now, that should get the talking heads talking and hype up this fight with Terrence Bud Crawford and Jaron Boots Ennis. But it has to happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason I said that Eddie Hearn doesn't want Jaron Boots Ennis to become undisputed, because to be undisputed, you have to take the belts. Brian Norman Jr. has the WBO belt. Jaron Boots Ennis has the IBF belt at 147. He has to fight Brian Norman Jr. to get started and go after that, the rest of the belts, and become undisputed. If he doesn't fight Brian Norman Jr., he can't become undisputed. Not only he has to fight Brian Norman Jr., but he has to fight the other guys also. I don't believe Eddie Hearn is looking in that direction with Jaron Boots Ennis, because he has the money to give these guys what they want. You know, I'm not saying that he should, or or whatever, but he has the money. Jaron Boots Ennis wants to become undisputed. The only way he even think about it, is he has to fight Brian Norman Jr. and the rest of those guys. say he fought the rest of those guys and took all the belts, he still has to fight Brian Norman Jr. to become undisputed. And the reason that they are not taking the offer, because the way I see it, they know that they're not going to beat Boots. Anything can happen in boxing, you already know. But 9 times out of 10, they're not going to beat Boots. Brian Norman Jr. is better on the inside. Boots has a jab out of this world. And I heard he got dropped by a jab, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And Boots has a powerful jab. The guy is skillful, man, like, for real. So 9 times out of 10, they wasn't going to win that fight. So the best opportunity for them is for them to get that $2.2 million, so that Brian Norman Jr., even with a loss, he still comes out on top as a millionaire. That's what Brian Norman Jr.'s dad said, that he wants his son to walk away from that fight as a millionaire. Now he's not getting that fight. Now he's fighting on the undercard, Brian Norman Jr. that is. Now he's fighting on the undercard against Derek Cuevas. I believe I pronounced that last name right. So, and plus he got 100,000 on his last fight. That's what tells me that he knows he's not going to win that fight. So what's best for him and his team or whatever, what's best for Junior at best, is to walk away from that fight, win or lose. More than likely, he's probably going to lose. I don't want to put the man down like that, but man, hey, man, he's probably going to lose. So what better opportunity to take than to come out on top still as a millionaire? You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, I would like to see Ennis go up to 154, because at 147 it's hard to get the man fights that he needs. I don't know if everybody's really avoiding him like that, because I heard, you know, people want to fight him, but I guess the money ain't right. I feel like they trying to push him away from 147 for some reason. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But I would like to see him move up to 154 and face Madrimov and see how good he does against Madrimov. See if he can even do better than Crawford. Because, like I say, his father, Boots' father, said that he would knock out Israil Madrimov. It wouldn't go the distance. If he goes up there and do that to Israil Madrimov, something that Crawford couldn't do, then that can be a better shot at Bud Crawford, you know. But the fight that fight should have happened at 147, because Bud was undisputed at 147. At 154, you know, Bud is not undisputed. But if he still wants to fight Crawford at 154, and they did say that, then so be it. Because if he goes up there and beat Israil Madrimov by knockout, then they should make the fight happen. But Crawford said he don't want to fight nobody else but Canelo Alvarez. So, and Canelo Alvarez looks like he might want that fight now. You know what I'm saying? And BFTB, shout out to BF. Great channel. Y'all go over there and check him out, man. You know, he know his shit. But he said Canelo played everybody, you know what I'm saying? He told people what they expect. Like when they first started approaching him about fighting Bud Crawford, he said he's too small. He has nothing to gain from that. If he wins, they're gonna say he was too small, da da da. And now he wants to fight Bud Crawford. So, you know, it's like he was saying that to just like, hey, you know, these people know that this guy is too small for my weight division. So I'm going to just go ahead and tell it like it is, you know. And then if they keep bugging me about it, I go ahead and fight him because it's an easy fight. So now Canelo is saying that he wants to fight Bud. So that fight might happen. But, you know, you never know. Bud, hey, you never know, man. Bud might go up there and surprise the world, shock the world. Who knows? 9 times out of 10, Bud gonna get his ass whooped. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna rock with Bud, you know, out the strength of my people. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo is Canelo. You know? So, it is what it is. We'll get what we get. But yeah, man, hopefully they figure something out for Boots. The best thing I can see him doing is going to 154 and doing it that way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But it's your boy, man. Tune in to Fightside TV. Till next time, keep it real with yourself and with others.